guys, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. James Charles is back, guys. James Charles posted a 30-minute long YouTube video to his channel today, and he is back and he has some things to say, and well, we have some thoughts, all of us, but I'm going to share with you mine, and most importantly, I want to know yours. But yeah, if you're interested in hearing about more of that drama, then make sure that you keep on watching.
Have to be your biggest fan, and when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says,
okay guys, I'm gonna be doing my makeup a little bit, just kind of like getting into all of this stuff with James Charles, as it is a mess, girl. And he's back, honey. He's back, and he took 3.5 months off, and he's back. I'm gonna be doing my makeup and kind of telling you what I think about that. So let's just get on into it, right? So, okay, I'm gonna put my hair up for this. I literally took my hair out of a bun to film the intro of this video, and now I'm about to pull it back in a ponytail so it doesn't get in my way when I'm filming. And that's called being a YouTuber. So after a 3.5 month break, James Charles is back on his YouTube channel posting content. And, well, I don't know. I wasn't expecting this video to hit today when it did. I'm priming my face with the Ebu Beauty Mooncast Tinted Moisturizer. I wasn't expecting this video today, you guys. I was at work, and I walked out of work, and I'm checking my notifications as I do. And wouldn't you know it, last Friday, I think it was, Tati came back. And now, this Friday, James coming back. So Jeffree comes back into posting content, and then Tati comes back, and now James is coming back. So where's Shane? I think that's what a lot of people are wondering, is where's Shane Dawson? When's he gonna come back? Anyway, so he came back, guys, and this video is 30 minutes long, and he's doing his makeup in the video, which I found very interesting. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation today. One of my favorite foundations ever. This is my third bottle. Yeah, he has a conversation about a lot of things that happened in the past and stuff. And, well, I have some thoughts on it. So, my first thought was that this is really, really soon for him to be coming back. I think it was too soon. I don't think that we were ready for him to come back. I think that most of us can agree that maybe we need a little more time, and that he needs to take a little bit more time to figure out really what's going on with him and to self-reflect and everything. He did take 3.5 months off, but I want to add that while on the surface he took 3.5 months off, he was liking tweets during that time. People were seeing that he was liking tweets. He really wasn't completely gone from the internet, as opposed to what Tati did. So Tati, we didn't see her liking anything. We didn't see her posting anything for literally a year. And while she might have had a ghost account and was doing it on there, we didn't see her posting. So as far as we know, she took a full year off. James was seen liking certain tweets and all of this stuff during his supposed break from social media. So I have to ask, is that a true break from social media? And he was saying how this is the longest he's been away from it and blah, 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 blah. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that statement. I mean, for him, I suppose it was a decent sized break because he wasn't posting videos and he's used to cranking out, 2 videos a week or something like that. But, I mean, am I right or am I wrong? We saw him liking tweets. There was proof that he was not completely gone from social media. He then goes on to, they say he's done a lot of reflecting and he's really looked at himself and all of this stuff. So I have a couple issues with the video, right? And I'm going to share with you one side of it, the devil's advocate side, the other side of it, and then kind of what the consensus that I saw online was. So, and what he addresses all of the allegations that were against him with the essay and the boys that were underage and all of that. So briefly in the video, he owns up and he repeats that, he wants to acknowledge the things that actually did happen, and he wants to acknowledge the things that didn't happen as well, because he says that he thinks that everyone should have an opportunity to defend themselves against false allegations. And he has a point. If someone's spreading lies about you, then you should have an opportunity to defend yourself, right? He very, very, very briefly touches over the allegations that he admitted to before, okay? I mean, very briefly. He goes in, the bulk of the video is him talking about, the people that were making up stories about him after that. Like all of these 20 plus victims that were coming forward after that, the majority of the video is spent, basically defending himself against that and saying that, like, those things weren't true and how they aren't true and all of that and how they affect people and all of that. And here's the thing. Here's my opinion on that, okay? I'm going to go devil's advocate first, okay? So don't come for me come for me in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. But devil's advocate side. I know somebody who was accused of a man, and he didn't do it. Doesn't change the fact that he was labeled as a sex offender. It was incredibly hard for him to find places to live, certain jobs, and all of that for a very, very long time until it was off of his record, okay? If some of these accusations are false and these people are lying, it ruins the life of the person you're accusing if it's false. Either way, it ruins it. Whether he's been proven innocent or guilty, there's still a stigma that's associated with it. And if somebody's found guilty of it and it was false, because that does happen, people get falsely accused of stuff a lot, if it wasn't true, then it can ruin a man's life or a woman's life if it's against a woman. And it's just a really, really, really shitty thing to do to somebody. To lie and say that somebody assaulted you, especially when it involves minors and stuff. But the thing about dealing with situations with minors and stuff like this, in this situation with James Charles is, and this is devil's advocate again, so please, this is just the other side that I think needs to be said, right? If the things aren't true, the thing is, these young people that are coming forward saying that James knew that they were this age or whatever. Young people's minds don't understand the severity of their actions. Their minds aren't completely developed, and they don't understand the severity of saying something like that on somebody's name when it's not true. Especially like a 14 or 15-year-old person. They just don't understand the severity of that. So if there's a situation where the person is falsely accusing somebody of something, and it is a teenager accusing an adult of something, and it's false, it's sad to say, but kids just don't get it. Teenagers just don't get the repercussions of their actions for a lot of things, and this is one of them. Their minds aren't developed enough to understand the major repercussions in your life that can happen from something this dangerous on your name. So I don't know if every accusation against James Charles is true or not. I'm not going to blame any victims, and I'm not going to say that I do not believe any victims, because I just don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. The only people that know are James Charles and the people coming forward about him, okay? Those are the people that know the truth. We won't ever know. But if even one of those 20 people that were coming out against him, that James is saying that all of these weren't true, even if one of them isn't true, whoever the person was that was lying should be ashamed of themselves, because it is contributing to ruining someone's life, which is never ever okay. Now, let us not forget, James Charles admitted to a couple of these accusations, right? He's not completely innocent in this, and I recognize that, and I understand, okay? I get it. He's not innocent. There are two people, minors, that he admitted to messaging, okay? By the way, that video is taken down now, but there are two confirmed cases. And so some might say, well, the damage is already done. He's already admitted to it. It's already there. There's no coming back from it. And, well, you know what, you're probably right. But at the same time, karma, and my personal beliefs, you can believe whatever you want, but I believe karma is real. And I believe if you lie on somebody in such a huge way like that, then karma will come and get you. And you don't know how it's going to come and get you in the future, but you will pay for that in some sort of way if you're lying, right? Now, on the flip side of that, if James Charles just got on camera and uploaded this video today and said that all these people were lying and that didn't happen with that many people, but it did, and he's just trying to cover his ass or whatever, then, well, karma's coming for him. And that is abhorrible, to sit here on camera and denounce these victims that have come forward about you and said all these things. It's completely abhorrible. He will get what's coming to him for sure after that. And he probably kind of already is, because he's lost a ton of his credibility. He's lost a ton of followers. He's lost a ton of respect in the beauty community. Now, has he lost all of it? No, he really hasn't. But he definitely lost some. And if he's lying about all of this, and he did, in fact, message all of these underage people and all of these accusations of him are true, then he's going to have to take that up with Miss Karma, and she will have her way. And that's just the way that I believe the world works. I don't know about y'all. That's just the way that I believe the world works. But anyway, using the Jouer bronzer duo to do my bronzer today. I love this bronzer so much. So that's what I'm using on my cheeks. So I'm actually going to ask you guys in the comments down below to help me out. So he said that when he said that he didn't take a break from social media like this ever before, and that this was the longest time he's ever been away from social media. It was 3.5 months is what he said. Now, I can't for the life of me remember how much time he was away after the Bye Sister video. And so I want you guys to help me out. If one of you guys remember how long he was away from the internet when the Bye Sister thing happened, leave it for us in the comments down below. But I feel like that was about the same time frame, right? Or maybe was it less? Or was it more? It was so long ago I can't remember. But I feel like when he said, I don't know, I don't know how I feel about that whole this is the longest I've been away from social media ever, right? I'm not really sure how I feel about that, because I don't remember if the Bye Sister situation and how long he was gone when that happened, if that was longer or not. So let me know if you remember that in the comments down below, because that's been kind of bugging me. Okay, for eyes today, I'm going to be using this palette by Spoiled Cosmetics. It is so cute. It looks like a little grinder, and it has a little leaf right here on it, and this is actually the front of it, sorry. It has a little, you know, like the rainbows and the hearts and the little weed leaf, and it looks like a grinder, and it's so cute. And I just want to show you the inside real quick. This is the inside of the palette. Lots of greens and like earthy brown tones and stuff, and it's just perfect for the stoner in me. So I'm going to be doing a look with this palette today. I'm super excited to play with it. But on the other side of this whole situation, so this is the side that most people are taking online, right? And that is, people are not happy to see him back, girl. People are not ready. There's a lot of people saying, you know, like, you should have stayed gone, you should have taken more time off, you're a P word, SA isn't cool, like, you know, there's people just coming for him the house. But honestly, I'm not really sure if he could have expected anything different with everything that happened. He did say in his video he knows that this is going to follow him forever, like this is going to be something that tracks him forever, and I completely agree. Like, you can't just have something like this happen to you and then just everyone forget about it, and then, you know, you go back to normal. Like, people are going to remember this about you for the rest of your life, and that is something he's always going to have to deal with. You know, when he made the decision to message these underage guys, that was something he had to know might happen. Wow. So I'm just going in with the green shade. I'm going to do like a little like stoner inspired look, and I'm using these green shades. I don't know if they have any names to them or not, but it's like a little, it's like this one. This third shade from the top right here is what I'm using in the crease right now. The formula's okay. It's definitely has some pigment to it. It's not overly pigmented, but it's blending out okay. It's not patchy, and it's, I mean, right now it's doing okay. It's not disappearing into nothing. We'll see how this works when I layer up shadows and stuff with them, but right now it's pretty good. So, but unfortunately, James does have to, you know, accept the fact that he did choose to message the two, at least, that are confirmed by him. He did choose to message them, and he did choose to engage with them. So at that point, yeah, you're gonna have to, for the rest of your life, deal with the repercussions of that. He's gonna lose people for life because of his choice. You know, he made the choice to do that to the people that he did, that are confirmed by him that he did. Now, as far as the ones that aren't confirmed, I don't know, right? You know, only him and the people that are saying what they're saying about that know the truth. He kind of came after Def Noodles and said that Def Noodles was kind of spinning things in a certain way without doing any fact checking or whatever, and I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. I did go through that thread that Def Noodles posted about that whole situation today before I made this video. I don't want to say either way what it looks like to me with some of these young men on their TikToks and on their Snapchat stories and all of this. So I don't want to say one way or the other, because I don't want to discredit any victims that, if they are actual victims, they're not making things up like James says they are. But I did go through that, and it's something else, is my opinion on that, basically. It's something else for sure. But I'll tell you what, so the only place that I saw any kind of like positive comments about James' return was on James's video. On Twitter, and I'm not saying this to be shady, I'm not saying this to be mean, but everything was pretty much like why'd he come back? Like, he needs to take more time off. Either it was like straight up like mean to James Charles, or it was like, you know, he needed to take more time off than this. Like, I don't understand why he's back already. That kind of a vibe. Yeah, these shades are super pigmented. I really like them a lot. This is a really like a small independent brand, you guys. But I'll tell you what, I'll link the palette down in the comments down below. It's not an affiliate link. It's not going to be a sponsored link. It's not really in anything, but I'll link it for you below so that you can pick it up if you so desire, because it actually is, it's a pretty cool palette, especially if you smoke the Mary Jane like I do. Yeah, but I think like overall, like my general consensus thought on this is like, so Tati came back, Jeffree's back, you know, James is now back, David Dobrik's back, you know, so when is Shane Dawson coming back? Because that's going to keep me booked, baby. You know what I'm saying? I need these people to come back so I can make content about them. And thank you so much, James Charles. I didn't know what I was going to film about today, honey. So thank you so much for giving me some content ideas. When is Shane Dawson going to come back? There's a good part of the internet that's saying, so James Charles is coming back after 3.5 months after super serious allegations that he confessed to. But Shane Dawson isn't coming back yet, and these things that people said about him are completely false. And that's one way to look at it. It's definitely a point, you know. I think that Shane's comeback is very soon, but I think Shane's going to come back in a bigger way. I don't know if we're ever going to get that video from Shane where he just sits down and tells us, like, you know, like, and does something like that James just did in this video. I'm not sure we're ever going to get that. So the shimmers in this palette are like a little chunky monkey, and they're not really my favorite. So that's, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is this copper shade right here. It's just a little bit lackluster. The blue one is a little bit more pigmented, but still a little chunky monkey, not really the best. I'm not really a huge fan of the shimmers in this palette. I guess that one's okay, but this is like a champagne colored shimmer. It's pretty easy to formulate, but the mattes are beautiful, so I really like the mattes. And the palette is mainly mattes, so I think that you could definitely get your money's worth out of this palette, but just know the shimmers aren't going to be out of this world. All right, guys, I'm going to pop on some lashes, liner, and lips, and then I will be back in a flash. Okay, and we're back. I am giving you total stoner fantasy right now. I threw on a really kind of weird lip. So I'm wearing two Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour liquid lips. I'm wearing Dead Presidents, and then I have Special Order in the center. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race last night, and Laganja Estranja was the lip sync assassin, and she was just like in full green, like stoner fantasy with the green makeup and everything. And so this is just like my like little like attempts to be as cool as Laganja Estranja. What do you guys think about James Charles' return? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think it's too soon, or were you ready for James Charles to come back? Did you ever want him to come back? Let me know about all of that in the comments down below. I would love to hear your feedback on this. Let's have a conversation. I know this is a really controversial one, so let's talk about it. That's all I have for you in today's video, you guys. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all of my future videos when they do post. And you can follow me on all of my social media at Beauty by Shelby, ShelBye, Beauty by Shelby, and I'll leave that right up there on the screen for you so you can see it. If you're enjoying the Beauty by Shelby vibes and want to see more, then YouTube should be suggesting a couple videos down below for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. But if you're just here to catch up on the James Charles drama, then that's totally cool too, girl. Love you so. Appreciate your view anyway. Thank you so much for watching today's video, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says,